Well, hello there. The first video of 2023. Let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. It would appear that law enforcement have got a battle on their hands with Bryan Kohberger. Now, I did briefly touch on this back in 2022, where it seems that Mr. Kohberger has waived his right and he wants to get straight back to Idaho. And I thought to myself, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now, it could just be arrogance. Could be pure arrogance. And there's going to be another video later on today. Keep your eyes peeled. There's something that's already out there, and there's something that a lot of you have already seen, but we're going to be taking a look at it over here because a few of you have asked me to take a look at it. So I'm going to oblige. But, look, let's get straight into this. We're going to go through this together just a little bit more in depth. So this is the article that we're talking about. Idaho murders update. Bright and awkward suspect Bryan Kohberger eager to be exonerated, lawyer says. Some people wonder whether that was a typo, and they thought that he was just saying that he was, eager to get back. He was eager to get extradited. So that was a typo. No. And I think those of you who are out there who are thinking that this guy is not that clever, perhaps. They think that he's too arrogant and that's all that there is to him. That might be a mistake. For me, I look at... Let's go back here, actually, so you can see me, so you can see my face while we just talk about this quickly. Look, this Kohberger guy... Now, at the moment, what we know is he has been arrested on a probable cause affidavit, something it would appear to do with DNA found at this scene. Okay? So what we're saying is it may not have been a perfect DNA match. It may have been DNA that they found through the genealogy system. And that is, again, we don't know this 100%, but that seems to be a possibility. Now, what we know is this place was going to be cleaned up and it got stopped. It got halted while he was in court or after his court hearing, his first court hearing. All of a sudden, it stopped. The court orders the cleaning up of that to cease. And I would imagine that was under his legal teams that they probably issued a cease and desist. Get away from that site. If they can prove that site had been contaminated, had not been sealed off and handled correctly, then they could get any evidence that crime scene provides thrown out. And if they don't have their story straight and this tied up in a nice bow, which you tell me down in comments if you think this has been sealed up with a nice bow, because I don't think it has. Now, we are going to touch on something else very, very quickly at the end of this video, which is a statement that law enforcement have said. Mr. Fry himself has said this. But straight back into this quickly. So what they're basically saying is he is eager to be exonerated. Moscow police named Bryan Christopher Kohberger as main suspect. We know that. We ain't got to read that word for word. He was taken in custody in Pennsylvania early Friday in connection to the quadruple murders of Katie Gonsalves, Melissa Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, following an investigation by the Moscow Police Department, the FBI, and the Idaho State Police. We won't, like I say, read it word for word, but Mr. Kohberger is eager to be exonerated of these charges and looks forward to resolving these matters as promptly as possible, Mr. Labar told CNN in a statement. In the aftermath of the breakthrough arrest, nearly 7 weeks after the brutal stabbings, former friends and acquaintances of Mr. Kohberger have come forward with details about his personality, his troubled past, allegedly marked by heroin addiction and weight struggles. So there's mixed stuff because there's a few things that have said he's not a remarkable person, but we know what that means because we are fully aware of other cases where the perpetrator turns out to be someone who mingles in amongst everyone and seemingly okay. Not mention any case, the Delphi case. But look, this guy he's either very, very arrogant, almost Bundy-esque in his arrogance, or he's smart. And he is pushing this quickly because he knows law enforcement do not have anything. And if he can push this through as quickly as he can, and side by side, like I say, get rid of the crime scene as an asset to the to the other side, then what have they got? What have they got? So I'm going to ask you now, right down below, you know, is there a possibility of this guy walking free from this, even if he is? And let's not step out of line here. He is guilty until he is proven, or no, sorry, I've written him off in my own mind. He's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. No, joking aside, he is innocent until proven guilty. But let's not forget, PhD, criminology, studies this shit all the time. He's not stupid. But I just want to bring your attention before we shoot off. I'm aware you guys have got stuff to do. It's the first day of a new year. First day of a new year. You'll have to let me know down below if you've got anything exciting planned. And we're going to switch over to here. Moscow, Idaho police believes suspect Kohberger acted alone. Chief says, asked about a potential accomplice to suspect Bryan Kohberger. Moscow, Idaho police chief Dane Fry says, we truly believe that we have the individual that committed these crimes. I'm not going to play it. Get struck down. Furious anger. Police in Moscow, Idaho believe the suspect in the killings of 4 Idaho college students acted alone. Chief James Fry indicated to Fox News Saturday Bryan Christopher Kohberger, 28, was taken into custody by local police and the FBI at 1:30 a.m. in eastern Pennsylvania on a warrant charging him with 4 counts of murder and burglary for the deaths of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Kaylee Gonsalves, and Madison Mogan. Asked by Fox if the police were considering the possibility of any accomplices, Fry responded, we truly believe we have the individual that committed these crimes. Questioned further on whether there was a clear connection between the suspect and the victims, Fry said that the police were still fleshing out the crime's profile. So obviously we know that there's certain things they can say, there's certain things they can't. They're not going to say anything that could potentially damage this. But as it stands at the moment, I think this case is hanging on by a thread. There's nothing that shows me anything else. This guy, they've got some work to do, and they're going to have to be more on the ball. You know, I did an apology of some people yesterday, back in 2022, and law enforcement. We did give them a hard time, but they did make mistakes. And I don't think with this guy, there's going to be any sort of leeway for them. They're going to have to be 100% on the ball with him because he knows what he's doing. And I have a feeling that he knows, and no one's going to know better than the person who did this, what they do not have. And he will know what they need. And if he knows what they need, and he knows that they don't have it, and he knows that he can rubbish what they do have, that makes for a dangerous, dangerous game. One that he could walk away from. A very, very real prospect is that he walks. But again, he could be full of hot air. What is it? Is he arrogant? Is he stupid? Is he trying to get his name in lights like the John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer? Is he just trying to get his name in the history books? Because he's getting there, he's heading in that direction. Or is this just a flash in the pan? Or is there more things to happen? Let me know and I'll catch you all in the next one.